Hi, it's Chris. Today's workout is an advanced abdominal workout. We're going to be using weights for this workout. So you're going to need a light set of dumbbells. Most of the exercises we'll just utilize one of the dumbbells. However, there are a few where we're going to need both of them. And if you don't have dumbbells or don't feel like using them, you can still do all these exercises without. I just thought I would change it up and make it a little bit fun and interesting. The format is going to be 45 seconds on and 15 seconds of rest. And we're going to be doing 7 exercises, and then we're going to be repeating those 7 exercises for a total of a 14-minute workout. So I hope you enjoy this workout, and let me know what you think of it in the comments and what other videos you'd like to see me do. And give me a thumbs up if you haven't done so already. Subscribe to my channel. Enjoy! The first exercise is a Turkish sit-up. So we're going to hold the weight in one hand over our head, and the same hand that is holding the weight, that knee is going to be bent. So then we're going to sit up onto our elbow and then onto our hand and sit up all the way. And when you sit up, make sure you suck your stomach in nice and tight. Now you don't want your arm that is holding the weight to be flailing all around. You want to really be working your shoulder of that arm, and you want to try to get it up over your head and keep it as still as possible throughout the whole exercise. This really will be working your shoulders as well as your abs. So make sure that you sit up all the way, suck your stomach in, and make sure it's a nice slow and controlled move throughout the whole exercise. And we're going to take a 15-second break, and we're going to switch arms and switch legs. So you're going to bend the other arm, bend the other leg, and hold the weight in your other arm. Take a 15-second break, and we're going to do our Russian twist next. So for the Russian twist, you're going to hold the weight in your hand, and remember, you do not have to hold a weight if you don't want to, and you're going to twist from side to side. You can put your feet up in the air if you want to challenge yourself a little bit more, but you don't have to. You can keep them on the ground. And just twist as far as you can over from one side to the next, keeping your abs tucked in nice and tight throughout the whole entire exercise. We're going to take a 15-second break, and we're going to go into our side plank on our forearm. So a low side plank, and we're going to take the weight up over our head and then in underneath our stomach. This is really going to work your obliques. When your arm is in the down position, try to lift your hips up just a little bit more because they tend to sink down. So lift your hips up just a little bit more. So this exercise is definitely working your shoulder as well as your oblique abdominals. And if it's getting too hard halfway through, feel free to drop the weight down. It's a great exercise even without a weight in your hand. We're going to take our 15-second break and go over to the other side and do the same thing. And remember, when your arm is in that down position, try to lift your hips up just slightly more because they do tend to sink down. Take a 15-second break, and for our next exercise, we're going to do pulse backs. We're going to sit down on our bottom, and we're going to bring the weight underneath one leg and then up and then underneath the other leg. It's kind of like we're doing a figure 8 with the weight. Make sure that you're keeping your abs tucked in nice and tight when you're doing this exercise. Take a 15-second break, and we're going to grab our second dumbbell for this exercise. This is our last exercise in the first round. We're going to be doing in and outs with 2 arms out to the side. This is going to work your chest and your shoulders, and of course it's going to work your abs as well. If you find that it's hard to do these, of course, drop the weights. And another thing that you can do is when you're in the top position, you can hold there for a second and kind of hug your knees in just to give yourself an extra second of a break. All right, take your 15-second break, and we're going to go back to those Turkish sit-ups. So we're going to grab the one single dumbbell in our hand, and the same hand that has the dumbbell, that's the knee that's going to be bent, and we're going to go up to our elbow and then up to our hand. Make sure it's a nice smooth motion. I want you to go nice and slow when you do these, and don't be swinging your arm around. You want your arm to stay nice and straight. That makes it a lot harder. So if you find that it's too hard with the dumbbell, put the dumbbell down. I'd rather you keep your arm nice and straight and not swinging around without a dumbbell than to be swinging it around with the dumbbell. All right, take your 15-second break and switch hands that the dumbbell is in and switch knees that is bent. And we're going to go right into those Turkish sit-ups on the other side. Keep up the good work, guys. You're doing great. Stay strong. Take your 15-second break, and then our next exercise is those Russian twists. So you hold the weight in your hands, and you're going to lean back slightly and twist from side to side. This is a great exercise for your whole entire abs, but it also really works your obliques. And again, you can either put your feet on the ground or you can lift them up like I am. All right, next we're going to do those side forearm planks, and we're going to lift our weight up over our shoulder, and then we're going to bring it down and kind of go underneath our stomach and through just slightly. Remember to be lifting your hips up just slightly when you're in that down position, and really try to keep your hips elevated throughout the whole thing. That makes it a lot more challenging. All right, take your 15-second break and flip over to the other side. Remember to keep your abs tucked in nice and tight when you're doing these, and keep your hips up as much as possible, especially when you're in that down position, when they would tend to drift downward. Try to force them up just slightly. Next, we have those pulse backs with the weight going under our leg one at a time to make the figure 8. So under one leg and then under the other leg and around. Keep your abs tucked in nice and tight when you do this exercise. All right, take your 15-second break, grab your other dumbbell, and we're going to do those in and outs with the two arms. So out and in, and again, if this is too hard with the dumbbells, set the weights down and just do it with your arms. It's still a great exercise. And if you need an extra little break, pause in the center, hug your knees in before going back again. You're doing great. Stay strong. You're almost done. This is our last exercise and you're almost done with it. You did it. Awesome job. Super strong. Way to go. I hope you enjoyed that workout. So I wanted to get a tattoo that said Jesus plus nothing equals everything. I was getting the same tattoo as my daughter and she didn't want that one. So I got this one instead, which is super cute. Hopefully you saw that. And I love that. That's God is greater than my highs and lows. But anyways, Jesus plus nothing equals everything. To me, that's really important. It's a really important fact to know. Ephesians 2:8-9 says, "For it is by grace that you have been saved, through faith in Jesus. And this is not by your own doing. It's a gift of God, not as a result of works, so that no one may boast." So basically, if you put your faith in Jesus, nothing, not any good works, not any special prayer is going to save you any more than you're already saved. So I hope that this blesses you. I hope that you have a wonderful day, and I will see you the next time.